guys hear me? Hello?
Halo, tes tes.
Oke, share. Uh, we'll start from the start ya.
Okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Oke,
Yeah, I think we just
Bismillah.
talk. Yeah, talk normally. Okay.
Ya,
Oh,
start.
sorry. Yeah, you can start.
Oke,
Sorry.
Bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today
Waalaikumsalam.
we will doing a weekend English talk with Mr. Rifki Sharifuddin as front-end developer in PT Green City Traffic and Telkomsel. Yes. And maybe uh, we introduce ourselves first. My name is Izin Al Ghozi. You can call me Ghozi. And my friend.
And my name is Mahvin. From Mulyana, you can call me Mahvin. And we will talk as the host for this series ya.
Okay, maybe Mr. Rifki can introduce yourself, and after that can share screen about the experience when work.
Okay, thank you. Uh, I will share screen first. Hold on. Do you guys see my screen?
Yes, there is the screen.
Okay, let's start from the beginning again. Okay. Hopefully there's no crashes or something. Yeah. Hopefully we'll be going smooth. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
First of all, I would like to thank you to our Prophet, our God, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, that has given us some mercy and blessing, and then also helping us that we can attend in this Friday morning, and then salawat and salam given to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that has guided us from the dark path to the light path. Okay, in this Friday morning, I would like to have a sharing session about working across multiple companies in Indonesia. So before we start, I would like to introduce deeply about myself. My name is Muhammad Rifki Sharifuddin. You can call me Rifki. I was a ex-IDN student also, fifth generation, and I was a and currently I am a software engineer at Green City Traffic. I was born 30 June 2005 in East Jakarta. My hobbies: play games, chess, and I also love to learn new stuff and play badminton. Okay, our first topic is about my career path, my journey across companies. My first ever job was in Telkomsel. The story is when I was in 12th grade at IDN boarding school. I have a they have an opportunity in Telkomsel. I know it from Mr. Bobby. If you guys know Mr. Bobby, so I applied to him, and then couple days later, I got selected, and I start working about 1 years in there. I gain new friends. I gain a new experiences in there. After 1 year pass, my contract didn't extend. Then I moved through another company named Green City Traffic from January 2024 until now. So it's been 2 years and 4 months, roughly. And yeah, that's my current status about my working journey. Even though I only moved only two companies, but yeah, it's fine. Okay, and then I want to discuss about why do people move throughout companies, or why do people move between companies? Actually, moving companies throughout companies is a common thing when you work, so it's totally a normal thing. But this is a couple of my takes about the reason why people move throughout companies is first that they want to gain better compensation and benefits, such as like salary, or maybe gain a lot of new experiences. It's a quite basic things that you want to know, that if you want to gain a lot of salary, more salary, and then new experiences, you want to move to another company. That's the easiest way to improve in that aspect. And the second point is they want to have a career growth and learning. It means that uh, if your current company is not that healthy, let's say, and they find a new company that is more good perspective in the long term, and yeah, they probably want to move to that company. So career growth is affecting our experiences. Experiences is affecting our salary. So it's a synchronized thing. So you you need to, and also can have a lot of experiences from that company. And people also, the reason why people move to companies is they want to have a different work environment and culture. Let's say if the current company is have a toxic people, and the culture is not that good, the working environment is also not good. Usually they want to move to another company. So that's three reasons why people usually move to our companies. Okay, let's continue. So from what I mentioned before, I've worked from Telkomsat, yeah, Telkomsat and Green City Traffic. Both of these company have a different culture. The Telkomsat is a corporate company, and then Green City Traffic is a startup company. What I experiences between those two companies is first they have in Telkomsat they have a more structured organization, but in the Green City Traffic, a startup company, they the layers of the organization is not that long. Like example, in Telkomsat, The organization is like there's the CEO, and then there's a vice president, general manager, and then leader, and then us, the employee. But in Green City Traffic, a startup company, they only have like three layers. One is the CEO, and then there's a manager, and then me, the employee. So there's a lot of difference between the organization structure. The difference between those companies is the job scope. When I was in Telkomsat, job scope mean they usually example, if you are a front end developer, so you usually want to work with front end stuff, but in Green City Traffic, a startup company, they usually want to uh, make make us work a different job. Like example, if you as a front end, you you usually want to work with web development, but they also want us to work to be a mobile developer, because yeah, it has a same requirement, so they just have a different uh, uh, different what do you say? Yeah, so basically the job scope is different between Telkomsat and Green City Traffic. In Telkomsat, I just learned about web development, but in Green City Traffic, I also need to develop the web and also the mobile. Yeah, it's a different job scope. If you're working, so if you're working in the corporate, they just want to ask you to do one thing. But if you work in the startup, they usually ask you to do a lot of things. Yeah, that's basically it. And then the speed of work is also different. In Telkomsat, it's a slow moving environment, but in Green City Traffic, a startup company, it moves really fast. So you need to adapt quickly. And also the risk and Telkomsat. Telkomsat is uh wait, it's not.
Stop. Wait. Be Ghozi. Yeah, done. You can continue. Sir.
Oh, okay. Okay. As I mentioned before, the in Telkomsat is more stable than Green City Traffic, because it's corporate usually have a stable condition rather than the startup company. And the risk is also different. Usually in Telkomsat, you don't have a lot of risk. Example, suddenly the company crashes. It will never happen in Telkomsat because it's a corporate company. But in a startup, the risk can be much higher. Sometimes, or suddenly, maybe it crashes and then we all need to leave. Yeah, that's also the different perspective between corporate and startup. Is the risk is that the corporate is a low risk and startup is a high risk. The experience between those company, it's also the experience that I gained between Telkomsat and startup, it's also have a different portion. So in Telkomsat, I do gain a lot of experiences, but not as much as the Green City Traffic, the startup company. Why? Because as I mentioned before, the job scope or the job role in Telkomsat is uh, we we are getting asked to work to only we work for only one thing in Telkomsat, but in Green City Traffic we work for many things. So we gain a lot of experience in Green City Traffic because there's a lot of job rather than in Telkomsat, which is only one job. And the salary is also different. The corporate company usually pay low, and in startup company, they usually pay high. And the culture and environment is also different from what I experienced in Telkomsat. Since if it's a corporate company, uh, it's the culture and environment is good. I have a lot of good friends too in there. The culture is also good, but yeah, in the Green City Traffic, it's also have a good environment, but there's some lack of uh, regulation or rules that is not that good for us. So basically, the culture is in Telkomsat, the culture is more it's better than startup usually. So corporate usually have a better culture and environment rather than in the startup. So that's the difference between a corporate company and a startup company. Okay, let's move on. Okay, can you guys still hear me, right?
Yes, yeah, still clear your voice.
Okay,
And later after the presentations, we will Q&A.
okay. There's a questioning after the session, right?
Yes,
Okay.
about
Okay,
your
let's
experience.
continue. How to adapt quickly at the startup. I choose this topic because since I'm from corporate and then shifted to startup, it's a whole different things, a whole different era. So I need some adaptability from the corporate to the startup. And here's some tips that I want to give you guys how to adapt from the if you want to go to a startup. So you have things in mind when you want to apply to the startup company. So first, you want to reset your expectation. So a lot of companies is not what we think. Example, yeah, I will have a good environment, a stable job, no pressure, slow living, and other stuff. You want to reset all of that because in startup, all the things is different from that, from the perspective of when you work in there, the mental shift uh, is what you need to prepare because it's startup is a fast-paced environment, so you need to adapt quickly, and it's uh, you need to learn fast too because they usually want things to get done fast. But basically, you just want to reset your expectation that uh, all the good things that you think about working, like uh, no angry leader, or maybe uh, a good environment or other stuff like that. You just want to reset it from your mind. What you want to have in mind that when you work, you just want to gain experience, not your salary first. Experience is it's more effective than it's more important than salary. Yeah, salary will affect from your experiences. So you don't want to go from salary first. You just want to go from the gaining experience. So just reset everything in your mind. Just take a deep breath and just keep going. And uh, and after that, after a couple months or a couple days, you will adjust. You will adapt at the startup. So focus on outcomes, not process. So in corporate, the reward following process, but in the startup is a reward result process. Example, if you working or on something in corporate, uh, they see your process, but like example, if you've done A, B, C, D, they they appreciate what your process is, but in startup, they just want to know the result. So yeah, it's a different perspective from the corporate and the startup. So when you're working in the startup, your mind should be on the outcomes, not just the process. And then you build relation fast. So startup teams, even though uh, the startup has small teams, but but it's more collaborative. I mean, even though example, if you only have 4 people, you can manage everyone else more easily rather than having 1,000 or 100 people. So you need to build relation fast. You need to be active. Don't be lazy. Just if you don't know something, just ask for them. And then have a good communication skill, because you need to adapt fast at startup. So if you can build relation fast, it's good for you. You will adapt at the startup. And the last thing is adopt a trial mindset. This means in startup, if you fail, if uh, don't just leave it. You just try and error. And I mean, you just keep trying until you fix the bug. You just keep on to move forward until you achieve your goals. That's the mindset you need to have in your mind. Okay, this is 4 tips that you from me, how to adapt quickly at a startup. And then we move on. From these 2 companies, I've gained strong adaptability. It means that uh, so I mean it means that I can work for in the corporate and also in the startup, which means I can basically find uh, new companies that is startup or either it's startup or corporate, because I already have adaptation in my mind. So I have also I have a perspective if I want to work between if I want to work in the corporate or in the startup company, and then I gain a lot of network. So basically, if you just move to a companies, you gain a lot of connection, friends, and from that connection, you can uh, maybe you can find another job from their from your connection. So connection is also important in the job industry because at this era, you don't only want to have a good skill, but you also want to have a good connection because usually people have a refer from other friends that you work good, so they accepted them because of their referral. So basically, you just need to have a good network or friends or working friends along the way because because connection is really important when you work. And then I gain a lot of experiences from Telkomsel and Green City Traffic. And the last thing is I gain perspective from different environment. So I experiences a startup environment and also experiences startup environment. And then I want to say that the truth about both environment is that if it's fast, it's messy. It's messy, like startup. If it's structured or slow, it's a corporate company. You can you can find it from that way. So when you're working, if it's have a fast deadline and fast a lot of projects, then it's a startup company. But if it's slow moving, not a lot of pressure, and stable, it's a corporate company. Okay, let's move on. This is some of my key takeaways. First, uh, adaptability is better than technical skills. So in today's work environment, if you have the ability to adapt in new environment, then you can basically work everywhere. And then communication is a key. Having a good communication is also a good asset for you, because you will talk to a lot of people, and then you talk to your leader or manager. Having a good communication is just the one of the things that you need to have when you're working. And then every companies that every companies teaches something new. So each company, its organization, regardless of or if it's corporate or it's startup, you will have new things when working in there. Either you have a new perspective between corporate and our startup, or maybe you have a new perspective about the job pressure in the startup and in the corporate. Basically, when you move to companies, it teaches you different things. Okay. And this is my last slide. I want to say that your career is not about finding the perfect company, but becoming someone who can adapt anywhere. So if you have good adaptation, you will be unstoppable. You can work maybe in the corporate or startup, but the key is uh, the if you adapt anywhere,
Yeah.
it's basically a win for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like you're currently in IDM boarding school, right?
Yes. Yes.
You need to firstly adapt when you going to boarding school, and after a couple months, maybe or a couple of days, you will adapt in your boarding school. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
basically the point.
Okay.
So
Thank you for Sir Rifki, ya, for the presentation. And
yeah,
because we don't have much time, yeah, it's 7 minutes left. So
yeah,
we directly to Q&A, ya. For me,
yeah, sure.
for Sir Rifki, when I see your LinkedIn profile, you're both a Flutter developer ya in Telkomsat and Green City. So what are
Yeah.
your opinion from the AI industry? Like what AI can help you in your daily job or future daily work lah
Oh yeah, yeah. So
from your
people ask
multiple
about
company.
AI, yeah. So people ask about AI stuff because it's trending right now, right? Yeah. So when you're in IT, you just need to use them because it's really helpful for your daily activity. It's if you don't use AI, then you will leave behind other people. It's important to know what AI tools you should use because example of like Cloudy or ChatGPT, they're both good and they're both uh, are helpful to doing my tasks or my job in when working. So you need to just use AI when and currently in this era you just use AI because it's good for you and they help your job. So yeah, if you don't use AI, you just will leave behind other people.
Okay, thank you. Maybe for Ghozi, do you have any question?
Maybe just simple questions. What's something you wish you wish when you're early in your career? Apa yang what you wish in your early career in IT or in Telkomsel or other?
Oh, you mean when I am still young, what do I want to wish? Yeah,
Yeah, achieve
to be
when
better.
job maybe
Oh,
like
my job wish or maybe uh you think I think my job is maybe working at a more stable company, corporate company, like if you know Shopee or Bibli e-commerce stuff or yeah, or corporate company like Gojek or Grab. It's also good takes. Yeah, between those companies, I think.
Oh,
and
okay. That's all, Ghozi. Okay, you're done. Okay, maybe because there's a little bit of time limit, yeah. So thank you, Mr. Rifki, for your great presentation, and I see you have a lot of passion
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the future,
Thank you,
and
thank you.
you have an interesting experience in Telkomsat and also Green City.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
Thank you.
think we will close ya this series. Thank you. Uh, everyone to who has watched this series, and also, yeah, my name is Mahvin, and my friend Ghozi.
Ghozi, ya.
So we can close this series ya. Okay.
Oke.
Think the last we say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ya,
Okay.
thank you everybody. Thank you guys.
Ya.